Hello everyone, welcome to a new chapter in our course Basics of School Curriculum. In this video we'll start studying chapter 4 Science Curriculum Designs. Curriculum design means planning curriculum in excessive detail by asking what exactly the experiences you want people to learn. How can we arrange these experiences? So in this chapter, we will talk about the important designs for building science curriculum, such as subject-centered curriculum, activity curriculum, finally the unit curriculum. Let's start with the first design, which is subject-centered curriculum design. This curriculum design focuses on the content of curriculum, corresponds mostly to textbooks. It aims for excellency in specific subject disciplines content. It has some variations which are focused on individual subjects like science, math, history, and combination of subjects. As you see, this type of curriculum design is divided into three types, which are separate subject design, correlate subject design, broad field design. The separate subject design is one of the oldest and best known curriculum design. It focuses on organizing and arranging knowledge according to separate curricula or academic subjects such as science, history, geography, mathematics, English, and others. And this division may be according to grades or different years of study. Now let's talk about the characteristics of the separate subject design. The first characteristic is separation between academic subjects. Knowledge is divided into multiple and specialized sections that enable learner to become familiar with his culture and social heritage from various social aspects. It also neglects the practical skills and focuses on the theoretical knowledge only, and there are no educational activities. In this design, the arrangement of knowledge must be according to a logical order, such as arrangement from easy to difficult or from simple to complex and so on. As you see in the picture, we begin with studying the cells, then tissue, then organs, and after that we study the whole system. This design planned and prepared by specialists without taking into account the opinion of science teacher as implementer of the curriculum or the learner as a target in the curriculum. This design seeks to fill the minds of the learner with the largest amount of information. So the book represents the only source for knowledge. That means the teaching method focuses on reciting the information of the textbook, and the aim of the exams is to measure what knowledge has been memorized without paying any attention to the level of development in other aspects of personality. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of the separate subject design. Number one, it neglects learners' problems, their needs, and the individual difference between them. Number two, it adopts the logical sequence of the subject and neglects the psychological aspect of the learner. Number three, focusing on cognitive aspect and neglecting other aspects of the personality. Number four, since it is said by specialists, the role of teacher is neglected and their duty is to implement only. We can add that the separation between subjects leads to the fragmentation of knowledge, which affects the knowledge structure of the learner and contradicts the principle of integration, and the material loses its value. Now let's study the second design, which is correlated subject curriculum design. This design focuses on eliminate the isolation of subjects. It is a design which represents an attempt to show the interrelationships between the academic subjects or between the topics they contain. And this link may be between two or more subjects or between a topic of a particular subject and a topic in another subject. For example, the chemistry teacher and the biology teacher may agree that they cooperate to explain the topic of animal cell. So the biology teacher explains the components of the cell, and the chemistry teacher explains the chemical reactions occurs in the living cells and explains the metabolism of these cells. There are several types of linking between academic subjects, such as cross-linkage. In this type of link, subjects remain separate from each other, but leave the freedom to the teacher to show the relationships and linking parts of a subject to another subject without barrier planning and when the opportunity permits. For example, a science teacher can illustrate the relationship between science and history through explaining the discovery of atoms and the history of all scientists' attempt in discovering it. But the cross-linking design failed to achieve its goal, and a large number of teachers didn't pay attention to it. The second type is the organized linkage. In this type of connection, a group of teachers from each subjects agree at the beginning of the school year on organized plan according to which they proceed in the teaching process to highlight the relationships that link the different academic subjects. There are different disadvantages of the correlated subject design. Number one, keeping the study subjects separate. As each subject was taught in separate classes, so this approach has the same defects that were mentioned in the curriculum of separate subjects. Number two, the link between the study subjects often led to a confusion in the scientific facts. Number three, the lack of prepared teachers to apply this kind of curriculum. Now let's study the third design, which is broad field design. We can call it interdisciplinary. This design focuses on the integration, which connects different areas of study by cutting cross-subject matter lines and emphasizing unifying concepts. And instead of the division of the topic, it combines them to be a broad organization of the material, knowledge, and concepts. Broad field curriculum design can be defined as a design which make integration of academic subjects and breaking down the barriers that separate the subjects and make students to have a broader understanding of real life problems. This design works on linking the school with the community by organizing the curriculum around some social problems. As you see in the figure, there are a lot of benefits of the broad field design or the interdisciplinary design. We can add other benefits such as it removes the barriers between the subjects and reduce their number. It gives flexibility to the teacher to expand on some topics that need additional time. It helps the teacher to develop his skills to teach new topics of the field. It doesn't focus on cognitive experiences only, but also emotional and psychomotor experiences that were not available under the separate curriculum. The diversity of experiences within the same field led to the school openness to the community and the local environment, which allowed the school to get out of its isolation. Despite of the benefits of the broad field design, there are some disadvantages related to this design, such as this design is only suitable for basics of knowledge, so it is suitable for the primary and preparatory stages and is not suitable for the secondary stage. Number two, failure to provide the student with the opportunity to carry out necessary educational activities, so the student became passive in most of the situations.